G'day boys and girls, just here doing an update on the Tannus Armour. Now this is the tubed Tannus Armour insert, and I removed it from my wheel set about 22 days ago, and I just wanted to do an experiment to see if the foam, which started off at 15mm thick, grew back and decompressed back to its former glory, which was 15mm thick. Unfortunately it has not. As you can see, this pin here, now that pin is a 10mm long pin and there's 5mm poking out of it. So that tells me that the thickness here is only 5mm. All right, so it's probably between 4 to 6mm, you know, sort of all the way around it kind of thing. Now I did email Tannus Australia, and they had to get back to me and contact R&D in Korea, because apparently that's where this stuff is designed. And they've told me that the process this has gone through, which is normal, and it is a thing that happens to Tannus, it's called induration, and that is basically a medical term that means that the thickness of the wall has reduced, but it's gotten harder. All right, if I want to dumb it down, it basically just means that it's compressed down to a thinner but harder form, which will still provide some puncture protection. Okay, not as much as it would have done originally, because obviously that was 15mm thick. Now she's only 4, maybe 6mm, 5mm thick. So anyway, I'm going to put it back in. I'm going to run with them anyway because I've got them, and hope for the best. But it's just, you know, good to know, because you know, they don't really spruik this aspect of it on their website. If you want to find this information, you've got to go digging for it. A friend of mine found it on the American website for Tannus, but I couldn't find it on the Australian website. They may have updated it by now, I'm not sure. But it starts off 15mm thick, and I reckon I had it in for about, must have been 12, not even 12 weeks, maybe 10 weeks. And it had reduced down to only a mere 5mm thick. So still hadn't had a puncture on it, which was good. I did have a thorn, and it did poke its way through this, and it was just poking out the other side, touching against my inner tube by around about a mil or something like that. But because I only had, you know, a reasonably low amount of pressure inside my tube, it didn't actually force its way into the tube. So that's one of the good things with these, is you don't have to run rock hard pressures to get a sort of hard feeling on the tyre. So yeah, it all sort of comes into play. There is a form of puncture protection there, but it's not 100% bulletproof, and it doesn't last at the 15mm thick. So just bear that in mind if you're going to be purchasing this Tannus Armour.